Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense and just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy. And hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today is Wednesday, August 3rd. I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And of course, you can find repeats of this show on Rumble and Spotify. Hey, go to Spotify, search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse, and then you can follow me there as well. And of course, if you'd like to connect, you can connect by going to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. There you will find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information as well. That's contactlarry.com. Hey, just a reminder, if you're watching online, hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button right now. Click, 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 like. Hit that share button. Next, hit the share button. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. And you can also find Money Chat Now and the Larry Steinhouse Show on Spotify. So as I said, please go there and subscribe. And you can comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And please say hi so I know you're watching. A couple of people saying hi already. We got James and Bill and Deb and Tommy and Mark and Jose. Thanks so much, guys. I always appreciate you guys, loyal listeners, watching. And by the way, if you're commenting from my group and it's not the Money Chat Now page on Facebook, your name may not show up on my dashboard, so please go to Money Chat Now page and comment there so I can recognize you. Money Chat Now, of course, is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com, and there you will learn about real estate investing and stock options trading from those who do it every day. Hey, don't forget, I got a question for you. Hey, would you like to, do you know someone who would really enjoy the show? You know, maybe the great market advice, maybe the comedic parodies. Please share the show with them by clicking the share button and share it directly to their page. You can also share it in groups as well and help your friends make more money. All right, on today's show, of course, we have the recap. We have a little story about stores and malls. We have a Mexican pizza story and Amazon warehouses. All right, let's talk about what is going on. Listen, hold on. Before I start, Michael says, who online, he goes, give us a good tip for a change. I'll give you a good tip. Serve me some coffee and I'll give you a 50-cent tip. All right, Michael? And I want to say hi to Jill. Thanks so much, Jill. All right. Yesterday was an interesting day for me. The Dow tanked 400 points, but my account went up. Gotta love the right stock option plays. My CCL notched up a bit after Uber reported that it had higher revenue than was expected by Wall Street. Although it had some mixed data, it showed signs that the company is going to do well in the future. This brought up some of the travel stocks. Uber showed some nice gains yesterday, now is back in the $30 range. I like this stock, and it should be a good play into the future. So there you go. There's your tip, Michael. Buy Uber stock. Airbnb also reported earnings after the bell yesterday, and although they missed on revenue, their numbers also showed signs of increasing profits and good future. The stock is also up pre-market about 4.5%, and these are all showing good signs for the travel industry. The travel industry will also benefit from the fact that gas prices are starting to come back down. I'm also wondering if the Uber gas surcharge will be dropping off soon. Either way, it looks like the market feels that customers will pay the extra they want to travel, and they're used to it. It also reminds me of a conversation I had yesterday, actually about tipping. I've been tipping higher percentages since the end of the scamdemic period, and many of my friends are doing the same thing. I guess we're grateful about the fact that someone actually showed up for work with a smile and served us our food, especially now that so many have left the workplace in a great resignation. So we're volunteering to pay higher tips, then we're also willing to shell out more money to pay for items as well. The market chose, by the way, the market yesterday chose to blame Pelosi's visit to Taiwan as the reason for the drop. Frankly, that makes absolutely no sense to me. The reporters are saying that the tensions between China and the U.S. escalated from the visit are spooking the market. Her visit isn't all that significant, and even if Xi Jinping is upset about it, China's president will do nothing stupid over this visit anyway. It really isn't worth the consequences. As I've said before, the market is simply reacting to the steak and tuna theory, and the steak and tuna theory is a theory that I teach and believe in. This theory explains why a day like yesterday will happen. Stop by one day at Investor Schooling, and I'll explain it to you. Of course, we also have earnings season coming to an end, and this often starts with a slow decline in the market, so Wall Street is basically full of action junkies and fear of missing outers. So when stocks are moving up because of the rumors that basically that the company's going to do well, or and the rumors are floating out there, investors pick up the stocks as a gamble into earnings release. Many of the investors move their money around to try to make money faster than just holding certain brands. They're looking for the next earnings report of good news. This is why stocks typically move down after earnings. The investors are, kind of bored with them. The pattern in the market is settling down, and as I said before yesterday, the market is becoming more predictable, and this will be great for stock options traders like me. It'll be good for the average investor who won't be seeing their 401k go through wild swings as often as it was earlier this year. By the way, I almost forgot to talk about PayPal and their report. PayPal grew revenue over 9% from last year. It's also a sign of good news in the economy. If PayPal is capturing more credit card charges and more people are spending using the app and website, then more money is flowing through the economy. So the real question, of course, is the increasing debt that Americans are facing becoming a problem? And it might be. Another thing I've also noticed is the VIX. The VIX is data comprised by a ratio of the amount of calls and puts that are currently in play in the market. Although I have no idea how the number is calculated, the lower the number, the less volatile the market will be. The VIX is approximately 24. The VIX has been over 30 for quite a while, so 24 is pretty good. A couple of years ago, the VIX was in the teens. In fact, when it would hit as high as 16, that would make the market swing violently. So now we've been floating in the mid-20s, and Wall Street is kind of happy about that. Well, I guess it's better than peaking out at 80 when COVID hit. All right, let's take a quick look at the market, and let's see what today is going to bring. Right now, it looks like we have the Dow is up 143, the S&P is up 20, and the NASDAQ is up 70. So it might not be so bad. A couple of people online saying hi. We got Jill and Charles and Art. Thanks so much. I haven't seen Jill in a while. Thanks for tuning in, Joe. Let's talk about malls. Hey, have you been to a mall lately? I don't know. You probably noticed that many of the store locations are empty, and it looks kind of depressing. But if you've been watching carefully, you're also noticing that small vendors are starting to rent spaces that used to be for the name brand stores. Even the anchor stores, which sat empty for some time now, are starting to be rented to stores like Emporium stores. And they basically have cheaper bargain type products. I noticed it, but I found something in an article discussing this very thing about mall stores. In the article, I read that they had these details. The retailers in the U.S. have announced 4,432 store openings so far this year. 4,432 store openings so far this year. That's great compared to 1,954 store closings. So they have more store openings than store closings, according to data from a company called Courtsite Research. Also, Simon Property Group, the largest mall owner, reported an occupancy rate in U.S. malls and outlet centers of 93.9% as of June 30th, up from 91.8%. So, what's happening? Fueling the openings are a mixture of factors, including retailers pushing to snap up limited space and popular online brands looking to expand opening brick-and-mortar locations. Basically, what's happening, they're saying, hey, we better get these locations while we can, and maybe they're a little cheap even. So here's something else that's interesting. You would think that the store closures were a pandemic problem. However, look at this information. Before the pandemic, the industry was seeing net closures of thousands of stores every year as consumers increasingly moved to their spending online. In 2019, Courtsite tracked 9,832 closures compared with 4,689 openings. Last year, the retail industry actually eked out a positive gain and added 68 stores. That's not bad when you consider that in 2019, the mall stores had about 4,200 closures or losses. So even though the quality of the stores may not be what it used to be in the past, the malls are growing again. Frankly, I think people are just sick of not going shopping anymore. Anybody out there been to the mall lately? Hey, have you seen new stores or more people in the mall? Let me know in the comments if you're seeing new stores or you're seeing more people in the mall or what your opinion is. All right, we're going to take a break here and let me know what you think. See you in a minute. Are we going to a break? All right, here we go. Maybe. I think we're stuck here. So, hi, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, go.
Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and I've written a book called Money Hacks.
The subtitle to this book is Because Everything You Think You Know About Money is Wrong, and I promise you there are things you think about money that are wrong. There are chapters in this book that I think you will find absolutely fascinating, and some of them are, what is money anyway? Can money buy happiness? I'll bet you don't know the answer to that question. The truth about credit scores, how you can actually use credit cards to rebuild your credit. I also have chapters on being your own bank, how to buy houses with an IRA, and how to invest with other people's money. There are so many other chapters. There are 22 total chapters in this book, and I promise you're going to learn how to make more money and pay less taxes when you buy this book. My name is Larry Steinhouse. The name of the book is Money Hacks. You can get this book wherever fine books are sold, and you can go to barnesandnoble.com right now and pre-order it. I hope that you will enjoy it. Welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse, and of course you can pre-order my book. Actually, you don't have to pre-order it. You can order it because it's actually out now. You go to Money Hacks, go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble or wherever, and order Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. I am sure you will like it. Take a look at some of the reviews. They're coming in pretty strong. All right, we are here live on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter. And you can also find repeats of this show on Rumble and Spotify. And please search Money Chat Now on Larry Steinhouse on Spotify, and you can follow me there. Hey, if you'd like to connect, please go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and there you will find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information as well. And again, that's contactlarry.com. Got a bunch of people online that wanted to comment about malls, so let me just go through them real quick. We've got Deb saying malls are dead. I was at the King of Prussia Mall last week. No one was there. Linda says she's going to the mall today, and she'll let me know. Christian said most mall stores are targeting teens. And Lewis says, who goes to the mall or stores when there's Amazon? Of course, right? Amazon's taking over the world. Well, we're going to be talking about Amazon in a couple of minutes. All right, so don't forget to hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button right now. Let me know you enjoy the show. And you can also leave comments on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and I will try to respond to them live. All right, so far we've been discussing the recap. Yesterday the market dropped pretty bad, but we'll see. I think it may actually come back today. We've been talking about stores and malls. Coming up, we have Mexican pizza, Amazon warehouses, and of course, today's picks and plays. But did you guys hit that share button? Did you guys hit that like button? Come on, hit that share button, hit the like button. And don't forget to leave comments on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. And we're live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. And you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify by searching Larry Steinhouse or Money Chat Now. Hey, did I say that yet? Have I told you guys that we're on Spotify? All right. Don't forget to order the book, and maybe we should even get started into some good content. All right, let's talk about what's going on right now with Mexican pizza. You can tell it's a boring news day when one of the headlines in the news feed is about Mexican pizza. It appears Taco Bell is playing the McRib card and reintroducing the Mexican pizza into their restaurants. Have you ever eaten the Mexican pizza from Taco Bell? It's simply an unfolded taco shell with refried beans and cheese. You could also order it with that stuff that they call meat, but it's not pizza at all. Just because it's round and has meat and cheese on it, it does not make it a pizza. After all, when I eat it and the pieces of meat and cheese fall on my shirt resting on my round stomach, it doesn't make me a pizza, does it? Well, according to Yum Brands, the owner of Taco Bell, the Mexican pizza was pulled off the menu because of supply chain issues. All right, supply chain issues? What were they out of? Refried beans, the meat, or the unfolded shells? Isn't this stuff on their regular ingredients for the rest of the menu items? They actually tried to bring back the Mexican pizza back in May when the Mexican pizza was boosted in part by a TikTok marketing effort by rapper Doja Cat. Doja Cat? Anybody know who this is? I don't know. The last rapper I ever heard was, Slim Shady, I guess. All right, but here's the real reason Taco Bell is now back in the hearts and minds of consumers and why they can now start selling the Mexican pizza again. It all started when Jill Biden said during a San Antonio speech that Texas Hispanics are as unique as breakfast tacos. You guys remember that when she said Texas Hispanics are unique as breakfast tacos, basically insulting all the Spanish? I bet Yum Brand's stock popped that day. By the way, I did go onto the Taco Bell website to see if their breakfast menu had a breakfast taco. They have breakfast burritos. They have breakfast quesadillas. They even have breakfast crunch wraps, but no breakfast tacos. How could they miss out on this opportunity? Who's in charge of their marketing? By the way, you guys hungry yet? Well, look for the Mexican pizza next time you go to Taco Bell and order a breakfast taco. Even if they don't have it on the menu, order a breakfast taco and see if the person behind the counter knows what to do. See if they laugh or whatever. Just have some fun with it. All right. All right, here we go. Let's talk about Amazon and what's going on in Amazon. So it looks like Amazon is under fire for poor working conditions in some of their warehouses. It appears that Amazon is being accused of stifling the voices of people complaining about unsafe working conditions in their warehouses. And, people are getting concerned about it. In a press release, federal prosecutors asked current and former Amazon employees to report information about working conditions via an online forum. First of all, if you're going to put anything on an online forum and you're going to tell people to complain about it via an online forum, right away you're going to have a bunch of fraud. But okay, let's talk about it. One question in the survey reads, have you seen workers working in unsafe ways to try to meet their productivity rate requirements? Another says, do you believe that Amazon discourages workers from reporting injuries? Amazon has repeatedly come under fire for its treatment of warehouse and delivery workers. Critics and lawmakers have pointed to the company's obsession with speed and the strenuous quotas as threats to worker safety. Employees often claim they're at risk of discipline and being fired if they fail to meet productivity quotas. Yeah, I'm sure. The guy comes to work late 15 minutes, like the guy at WWDB, who we eventually had to stop using because the guy would come to work late. And these guys are coming to work late and on Amazon, and they're afraid of being fired. I mean, seriously? That's what they're claiming of? Discipline? OSHA investigators have inspected Amazon warehouses on numerous occasions over working conditions, including a tragic warehouse collapse and a coronavirus-related health and safety concerns. When an OSHA violation is identified, it typically results in fines that are paltry compared to the hundreds of billions of dollars in sales that Amazon hauls in annually. Of course, I always find that fines for several issues are usually less than the cost to fix the problem, and clearly Amazon is seeing the same perspective. However, I'm beginning to wonder about the probe, especially the locations of the warehouse. It kind of sounds like a nuisance report by the employees to round up sympathy for the union votes coming up. There are 2 current locations in New York that are unionized. These are the only warehouses that Amazon owns that are unionized. So Chicago, Sacramento, and New York are all areas that the union propaganda machine has been targeting. The areas that the probes are responding to in the Amazon warehouses are New York, Chicago, and Orlando, not necessarily Sacramento. This is an overlap of 2, and it sounds very suspicious to me. Amazon has repeatedly come under fire for the treatment of its warehouse and delivery workers, and critics and lawmakers have pointed to the company's obsession with speed, right? So they're doing that, and the employees often claim they're at risk of discipline, right? So we said that. That's a typical thing that unions would do. I think they really just can't find anything to complain about, so this gives the unions some more talking points. Amazon has denied it uses such quotas in its warehouses and has disputed reports of unsafe working conditions. Amazon has also denied that the quotas in its warehouse, and basically they're saying that they're not doing this. So spokesperson Kelly Nantel made a statement that the company intends to cooperate with OSHA throughout the investigation. We believe it will ultimately show that these concerns are unfounded, Nantel said. Of course they will. But the article is stating that OSHA investigated Amazon will be on top of mind. So basically now what will happen is even if they don't find anything, they're going to be on top of mind. This is how they brainwash you into thinking the conditions are poor and that the company should unionize. By the way, I don't care either way. Union or no union is okay with me. Just deliver my package and we are good. But don't fool people into making them unions. Amazon has taken over the world, so do you really think they're going to allow a union or a bunch of inspectors to slow them down? I don't think so, so it really doesn't matter. Look, let's take a break here, and when we come back, we'll discuss this morning's picks and plays.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock option sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
Welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. Hey, I also want to remind you guys that this show is now open to sponsorship. You know, I have a lot of people reaching out. We just haven't put them up yet, but we are definitely open to sponsorship now. I've sold hundreds of books to people who listen and watch the show every day. We have raving fans, and if you'd like to advertise your product in the show, please reach out to me and let me know. It also includes some other shows as well, and you can reach out to me for this or just about anything you'd like to discuss by going to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and we will definitely be able to get you on this show, and we may even interview you now and then too. Hey, by the way, the interviews that we have from Interview Tuesday are on a website called Money Chat Now. So you go to moneychatnow.com and you can find those interviews. You can also find Money Chat Now and breakout stories on Spotify. And like I said, just search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse. And like I said before, please subscribe to the Spotify channel. So I like this. Mike has a comment up there. We were talking about the working conditions. He goes, everyone in the White House is working in bad conditions. That's actually pretty funny. It gets funnier when you think about it, too. All right, so far we've been talking about the stock market. Right now, the Dow is up 142, the S&P is up 21, and the NASDAQ is up 82. We talked about stores in malls, and it actually looks like malls are starting to come back to life, which is interesting. We talked about Mexican pizza. So if you want to have some Mexican pizza, you can do that. Just don't eat it in the car because, well, at least, roll the windows down. All right, we also talked about Amazon warehouses, and the fact that they're under scrutiny because they're all going union, and why not? Let's complain about them. All right, coming up, of course, we have today's picks and plays. But did you guys hit that like button yet? Did you guys hit the share button? Hey, tell all your friends about the show. Let them know that it's both entertaining and educational. Please share it on your page. So just hit the share button. By the way, I get to see who shares it. So, don't tell me you're sharing it when you're not sharing it. I know who shares it. And I want to thank you people who share it every day. And I want to say to you guys, just tell me you share it that aren't sharing it, that I know you don't share it. So share it right now. All right, have your friends like the Money Chat Now fan page so they can get notified of the show every day. And you can leave comments on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or LinkedIn. And also tag some of your friends in the comments section of those posts as well. And you can find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. All right, let's get into what's going on today. We do have a couple of things going on that we should take notice of. So this morning at around 3 o'clock, the yield on the benchmark 10-year Treasury note moved higher to 2.75, and the yield on the 30-year Treasury bond rose to 30.0. It's kind of a sign of fear as investors look for places to park money when the market goes crazy. So investors may be fearing the change, so watch for this. Usually when the bond rate goes up, NASDAQ stocks like Apple go down. So watch for it. That might be a buying opportunity. Today and tomorrow also have the largest amount of earnings reports. So during earnings season, the 2 days of the largest amount today, we have 473 companies reporting earnings, and tomorrow we have 538 companies reporting earnings. This will officially start the end of, the earnings season decline. Moderna and CVS are the most notable today. I did see that CVS came out with their earnings. I did not see Moderna, if they did or not. But I'm curious to see what the vaccine stats are for these companies. Are they still doing vaccines? Are they still making money on that? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to talk about monkeypox. Yeah, we did that yesterday. All right, I'm pretty convinced that AAL and CCL have hit their bottoms and will start their climb back up where they were in April. Watch for these, and if you dare, jump on board. Twitter also keeps moving up along the other stocks. Look for breakouts and look for dips to buy your favorite. All right, let's take a last look over here at the futures and see what we got going on here. We have the Dow is up 147, the S&P is up 22, and the NASDAQ is up 84. So these are all good things. It's all good things. So basically, it means that today might actually be a good day. We'll see. I'm going to tell you, I actually, like I said before, I actually think that the travel stocks are the place to be right now. I think it's going to finally come back. All right, Bitcoin. Let's talk about crypto and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is hovering around 23,500. I did say once before that I felt that Bitcoin was going to go to 28,000 before it dropped below 19,000. So I might be right. We're actually going to see it. It's just moving really, really slow. Usually Bitcoin moves pretty fast. There's a whole bunch of news coming out about crypto. I'm going to try to report on that tomorrow because there's all kinds of stuff, everything from good stuff to bad stuff. So I'm going to try to report on that tomorrow. I was trying to put it together this morning, but there was just so many pieces that I had to research. Also, Ethereum is moving up, and it's now over 1650. So they weren't bad plays if you bought them at the low. Like Bitcoin was down there about 18,000 at one point, and I think Ethereum was around 1,100. So it wasn't bad plays. Gold and silver are still getting weird. Gold and silver are getting very weird. So gold and silver are moved down just a touch. And, there's really nothing. I'm saying we actually moved up a touch even, but there's nothing really to see here. I actually went to buy my normal silver, and I noticed that they're charging $5 over spot now because they must be thinking that the silver's going to move up real quick. By the way, Bill is asking, how do I get a clip of specific portion of the show to reference and then discuss on my page? So if you go to Spotify, Bill, you can actually look for it on Spotify. That's the best place to find the breakouts. You can also find the breakouts on Facebook as well by searching today. Like the two of the stories will be out today. So you can take a look at that as well. All right, let's talk about the Treasury bond. As we said, it's right around where it's been the last couple of days, 2.76. We also want to talk about oil. Oil is at $93.50 a barrel, and the average gas price keeps moving down. It's now $4.16 a gallon. Hey, I want to thank you all for watching Money Chat Now. We are live every morning at 7:30 on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. My name is Larry Steinhouse. I am the host of Money Chat Now. I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. And you can contact me directly at contactlarry.com. Hey, by the way, I'm going to be on a webinar with a bunch of Chris Noggles people today. So if you want to take a look at that, you can go to Chris Noggles' page. All right, everybody, make it a profitable day.